Hi Virgo, welcome to the channel and welcome to your tarot reading for June 2023. This reading is intended for Virgo, Sun, Moon, and Rising. So let's get right into it. Okay, so we have the Ten of Cups and the King of Swords. So this month there is a huge emphasis on your home life, your stability, the people close to you, the people you live with, and your partnerships in that sense. This isn't so much in a physical, like financial way. This is very much in an emotional way. Your emotional security, your emotional foundations, your emotional connections with people. So we have the King of Swords here, where it's like, this is your emotional life, your emotional foundations, and it's like, you're very much in your head about it. You're very, analytical in nature. So it's like you're living in your head when these things kind of require you to live in your heart, and you can't really break out of this analytical, you know, thinking about things so much, analyzing things. Is this perfect? Is that perfect? And, a big thing here to realize this month is that so everyone is living according to what works for everyone they're involved with, right? Not in a toxic way, but people are living according to the expectations that you set for them. They know what makes you upset, they know what makes you happy. They, and vice versa. So, people, if you are dissatisfied in your life in some way, if you're feeling like this urge to nitpick everything, you are the one who set yourself up this way, your life up this way. People are living to the expectations you set for them. And I feel like the only reason that you have this tendency to nitpick things right now, to get in your head about things, is because things are becoming so emotionally intense when it comes to your home life that your first instinct is to retreat into your mind, to retreat into that. If you can't physically run away, then you will retreat into your mind and you will start analyzing, you'll start breaking it down, you will start nitpicking things, you will find little things to be upset about, or, you know, it's almost like you have an itch you can't scratch in your mind. And it's because your home life requires you to be very emotionally involved. And if you're very much at the first sign of becoming emotionally involved, it's like you want to run, you want to walk away from it. So you start nitpicking things. But everything in your life right now is a result of everything you wanted before. And there was a time where you wanted exactly what you have right now, and you still want it. You're just fearful of the emotional intimacy, because things are about to go to the next level for you. Ace of Swords and the Lovers. So you're okay. Things are about to go to the next level for you. So where things are very much going well for you, And there's this tendency to be distant, to be reserved, well, from your home and family life, from your emotional foundations. There's this tendency to, as much as you need them, and people know that, and you have, like I said, this relationship where everybody supports each other. Everyone knows that you care about them, but there's always this distance with you that's present in your relationships. This distance where it's like, okay, things are going well, but there's like this itch you can't scratch. You kind of want to run from it. You want to pick it apart. But it's like any problem that you find within a relationship is a problem that you have with yourself, because, like I said, you set things up the way you wanted them. People are living according to your expectations and your boundaries, and your life is set up that way. So it's like you're picking this apart and picking this apart, but really you're picking your own mind apart, and things are actually going really well. But it's like you're distancing yourself from it and jumping. If you can't physically run away, you'll jump into your mind. So it's like you're breaking it down, you're nitpicking, but every time you nitpick something, when it comes to your emotional foundations, it's actually a problem that it's actually an emotional wound within you, your fear of intimacy. Now, this month, you're going to have this sudden, like this realization, or somehow you're going to suddenly have this complete understanding of the way you tend to rationalize your emotions, the way you tend to run away into your head, the way you know, you avoid emotional intimacy by jumping into your head and breaking things down or working or whatever the case is. And you're about to have this epiphany where you finally understand, like, okay, I am intellectualizing my emotions. I am very avoidant. Though I can seem present in a lot of ways, I am actually being very avoidant and intellectualizing things and nitpicking things, or, you know, forming unsavory habits or whatever the case is as an outlet to deal with intimacy. And yeah, you're going to have this epiphany where you're like, oh, that's why I do this. This is how I'm doing it. And you're going to have this realization, like, there is knowing something where you can intellectualize it and rationalize it, but then when you truly understand something, you once you just get it and you feel it in your whole core, and you really understand it, that's when you're going to be able to let go. So in this 10 of cups, king of swords, it's like things are going very well for you in your home life. But at the same, it's like you're sitting on the sidelines watching it happen. Like, okay, everyone's good, everyone's happy, and you're sitting on the sidelines, like emotionally distancing yourself from it, jumping into your head, analyzing it. So then this month, you have this epiphany. You have this understanding of how you're intellectualizing your emotions, why you're doing it. And then instead of being on the outside looking into your own family life, looking into your home life, it's like there's this big emotional connection with all your relationships, this kind of like symbiotic relationship happening, and it's like you're watching it happen. You have this epiphany, and then you're slowly going to understand how to unravel the the I don't know how to say it. So you're going to understand how to unravel your thoughts and really get back into your emotions and be present with the people you care about. Be present with your partner, be present with your children, be present with your family. And instead of being on the outside looking in and being like, okay, everything's good, everything's perfect according to the way that I have set my expectations up, everything's good, everything checks on a list and blah blah blah, and and that's when you can get into that neuroses of breaking things down and expecting people to do more and expecting people to live up to this certain way. And it's like, okay, you're gonna understand how to unravel all those thoughts. It's like you've blocked out your emotional intimacy by through analyzing and being stuck in your head. So it's like you're gonna have this epiphany, and it's gonna be like this release where you're able to realize why you're doing this and start to unravel all the thoughts, and really slowly learn how to be more present in your emotions. And that's when you will find real intimacy and real connection within your house and within your home life, within your foundation. So there's almost not even any more to the reading. Yeah, this is just about. So if you're feeling dissatisfied right now in your home life, in your family life, it's not a real dissatisfaction. And I'm sorry if this sounds hard, but it's really a dissatisfaction within yourself because, well, it's not even a dissatisfaction within yourself, of dissatisfaction with yourself. It's just this avoidant dance you do with your intimacy, and you jump back and forth from intimacy to um, being in your head. And it's like this avoidant dance you do to avoid being truly intimate. You check things off on the list. Okay, everything's perfect according to how I think my family life should be. And there we go. And then you start to develop more and more expectations of people, and it creates conflict and issues in the house. And then you feel like maybe it's time to start something new. Maybe it's time to leave. Maybe things aren't going the way that is quote unquote proper. And that's not the case. It's just things are going extremely well. It's your own avoidant intellectual dance, your own dance between intimacy and um, your mind, jumping into your mind to escape intimacy. So, yeah, you're going to have this epiphany, or in some way, shape, or form, there's going to be an event that occurs this month that really forces you to stop doing this dance, this avoidant dance. And once that happens, that's when you will be able to truly, truly connect. And then this is also like a learning thing for you too, right? So you're going to kind of start at the beginning. Like it's not going to happen all at once where you're like, okay, suddenly I am totally present, emotionally invested in my home life, whatever. It's going to be a learning step. You're going to have this, okay, realization, this epiphany, or maybe it's even somebody telling you like, hey, lay off, get out of your head, enjoy being with people, step into your emotional side, especially if you have if the people in your life are sensitive, emotional people. They might be the ones coming to you being like, you need to relax and get out of your head and start, you know, just relax, unwind. Okay. And like, so you're going to be relearning a bit throughout this month how to really be present in your relationships and how to balance your intellectual side and not use it in a way that's like neurotic and avoidant, but to be able to use it in a way that in the positive aspects of, because Virgos are known for being analytical, they're known for doing this, they're known for nitpicking and whatever, but there's a negative aspect to all these things and a positive aspect to all these things. So it's like you're going to lately you've been really diving into the negative aspects of these things, breaking things down too far, really having that fight or flight moment when things get too intimate or too close, and you got to jump back into your head. You're going to be learning how to balance this and use the positive aspects of your intellectual nature and slowly begin to come into balance and learn how you can emotional being emotionally strong doesn't mean jumping into your mind and intellectualizing everything. That's being avoidant. And throughout this month, once you have this epiphany, this realization, you're going to start to slowly unravel these ideas and discover true emotional strength, true intimacy. And that's kind of what you're looking for here. It's like you want this emotional intimacy, you want this strength. That's the foundation of your home life that makes you feel good. But at the same time, you're avoiding it. You're seeing you have this checklist. Okay, I have the ABCD perfect home life, but you're not invested in it. You're not involved in it. You're very much intellectualizing it in your head, avoidant. You're not really dipping your toes in the emotional intimacy. And so you will not feel completely secure and completely strong until you dip your toes into that emotional intimacy. So, and that's when you're going to really start to feel secure. And it's not going to be easy. It's very much going to be a touch and go, learning how to balance your intellectual side, your analytical side, and your emotional side, and discovering how there is strength in emotional intimacy, and that you don't need to avoid it and you don't need to be scared of it. And throughout learning this is going to take your relationships into the next level. If you're looking to bring your partnerships and your foundations into the next level, whether that's, you know, like if you want to buy a house or start a family or whatever the case is, this is going to bring once you learn this, once you have this realization and you begin to unravel that connection between your analytical nature and your intimacy and realize how that's a defense mechanism, it's going to bring your relationships to the next level. So if you're feeling like things are rocky and you're not sure if they're gonna work out, you're kind of in like fight or flight, like, oh my god, should we do something completely different? Or it's just your anxiety picking things apart too much. This is really about you learning to get out of your head and really be present and allow yourself to be invested in emotional intimacy. And it's going to heal your home life if you're having problems in your home life and your relationships. And it's also going to make you feel stable in your foundations, because this is what has been lacking. If you're feeling unstable, you're feeling insecure about your home and family life, about your foundational life, your private life, this is what's going to make you feel secure. It's not the external, it's not the people in your life that are making things insecure. It's your avoidance. It's kind of like a made up thing in your mind. The people aren't making you feel insecure. The people are there for you. Your spouse is there for you. Your family's there for you. It's in your mind. You're so far removed from the intimacy that it feels like there's a problem, but there is no problem. It's over analyzing. So you're going to be learning throughout this month how to balance those aspects of yourself and really step into emotional intimacy and really discover what strength really is. So strength isn't pushing your emotions away and intellectualizing things. Strength is being present and being emotionally intimate. And strength comes from that, especially through your family network and your home foundations on an emotional level. All right, that's what I have for you guys this month. I'm sorry if that got a little intense, especially at the beginning. It was very all over the place energy. But yeah, thank you for watching, and I hope you guys have a great month. If you'd like a personal reading, I will link it down below, and I'll see you next time.